Hello friends, my name is Kumar and welcome back to our channel Kumar Programming. This is the seventh part of the Docker series where we are going to learn how we can debug our Docker container inside our Visual Studio Code, right? And we will learn this along with the practical demonstration. And now quickly see that what we have learned previously. So earlier we have learned what is Docker and why we use Docker and why Docker comes into the picture, right? And then after that we did the Docker installation and completed our basic setups, right? And after that we learned our Docker architecture in detail, and we have seen like what is Docker client, what is Docker host, and what is Docker registry and how they communicate with each other, right? And after that we learned how we can create a Docker file and how we can create images from Docker file. And after that we learned how we can create the container from the images, right? So here see, in our applications we have created three applications, one in Node, Angular, and HTML, and we created Docker file for each applications, and then we created image, and from that image we executed as a container, right? And after that we learned about all the useful Docker commands, and in our previous video we learned what is Docker Compose and how we can manage multiple containers inside our Docker Compose. And also we have learned all the Docker Compose commands which is used to manage our multiple containers inside our Docker Compose. Great. So now in this video we are going to learn about how we can debug our Docker container inside our Visual Studio. Debugging container is a very important and crucial part, because whenever you are having some issues in the production, you must have to debug your container to find out the root cause of the issues. Okay, so now let's see how we can debug our container inside our Visual Studio. So let's flip to the Visual Studio. So in order to debug container inside our Visual Studio, we have to do couple of configuration, right? So now let's quickly see that what all those configurations are. So first of all, you should install a plugin as a Docker, right? So if you go inside the plugin, and here, if you just search for the Docker, you would be able to see a plugin from Microsoft as a Docker, right? So once you click on this, here you will find option to install Docker in your Visual Studio, right? Since already I have installed this plugin in my Visual Studio, and once you have installed this plugin, you would be able to see this option over here. And once you will click on this Docker option, here you would be able to see all your Docker containers, and here you can see all your images, and here you can see all your networks and volumes, right? And here, see, if you want to start, stop any container, you can do it from here itself, right? And if you want to perform any action at the compose, just right click on this, and here you can see the compose log, compose start, compose stop, compose start, compose down. You can perform action at the Docker compose application level, and which is going to manage entire container inside, right? So that is the first thing you have to do. And second thing, that you can go here inside run and debug, and here we have an option to customize run and debug, create a launch.json file, right? So I'll just click on this. So as soon as you click on this, you will see an option here, and here I'll select node.js because I'm going to debug my application here, node app, right? And now if you see this, there is a folder created as a .vscode, and inside that launch.json file is created, right? So here we have to do some configuration inside our launch.json file, and already I have provided those configuration here in my readme file, so you can just take the reference from it, and all of the codes have been already pushed to my GitHub library. So if you see here, scroll down, now here you can get the launch.json file inside your readme.md file. I'm going to copy this entire configuration and paste it inside my launch.json file, right? Now quickly see that what all those configurations are. So if you see here, this is the name of the debugger that we have given as a Docker attached to node, and the type that I have given here as a node, right? Because we are going to debug node application, and request I have mentioned over here as a attach. If you are going to launch any application, then request type would be launch, but here our request type would be going to attach, because now we are going to attach our debugger to the container, right? And here we have given a remote root. Remote root is the path for the application inside the Docker. So the path we have given user source app, right? And the port, if you see that port I have given as a 9229, right? So there is a socket is having a dedicated port as a 9229 for the debugging purpose only, right? So if you remember that once I was creating my compose file, I have created a port for the debugging purpose as a 9229, right? And address I have given as a local host here, And local root, this is the local root, this is the path for your application. So this is my workspace folder, and then I have given a node app ec2 and source folder. Inside the source folder I have my entire code, right, which we have to debug. And I have given an option here as a restart true. So whenever we are doing any changes in the container file, then always our container should be restart, right? So that's the reason we are here, we have given a option as a restart true. And now let me show you that in the compose file, this port as a 9229. So if you remember that once we had created our node app services, inside that we have given this port as an array, and here we have given two values. One is 8080 and another is 9229, right? So this 9229 port is specifically used for the debugging purpose, right? Now let me do some changes in my Docker file here. So since we are going to debug our application, so whenever we are going to do any changes in Docker file, our application should restart. So what I'm going to do here, I will install run npm install -g nodemon, right? And if you want, you can take it from readme file. So here I have given that configuration. See here, install nodemon, right? So I'll copy this and I'll use it in my Docker file. So here I'll give run npm install global installation for nodemon hyphen save, right? Now the second thing that we have to do here, because now we are using nodemon, so we have to inspect our server here. So now here in my Docker file, I'll give this entry point, okay? And I'll comment this line. So entry point would be nodemon, and from the nodemon we are going to execute our application. And then after that we have to inspect, right? Inspect our host. This is our host, right? 0.0.0. This is our host, or we can use our host.docker.internal here as well, right? And then after that, this is our entry point source server.js. So that's all that we have to do, all those configuration before debugging our any application inside the container. So let's see now how we can debug it. So let me open the terminal here, Control J, and now I need to build my node app, right? So what I'll do here, we know that we have a command as a docker compose build, right? And as of now we have to just build only our node app services. So what I'll do here, node app, right? And I'll press enter. So this time it's going to build our node app only, right? Rest of other services is not going to be built because we have done changes in our node app only. So other services are not required to build at any way, right? Now see here, our npm install is also getting installed. It means that it's our changes are reflecting here. Great. So we have built our services. Now we need to run our services, right? So we have a command as a docker compose up, right? And we have to give our service name, because now we want to specifically start this service, right? Node app hyphen d as a detached from the container. So now it's going to run our newly created image. So now container is running. Okay, now we want to debug our application. So how we can debug that? So you can just go here, run and debug, and here you can see an option here, debugging, and here you will see the debugger that you have created as a docker attached to node, right? So you will see the option and you can just start debugging from here. And once you will start debugging, you will see the console log here from our server.js file. Our server started at port 8080 and it's connected successfully to the Redis database and also connected successfully to the MongoDB database, right? And now if you want to debug here, so I'll just open my server.js file here. And now suppose that I want to debug this contact route, right? So I'll just put a debugger point here and I'll put a debugger point here at the root path as well. Okay. Now let me open my browser and let's open our port here, localhost 8080, right? Our node application is running on 8080. So if you see, this is my default route. So as soon as I tried to use my default route, my debugger came into here, right? And here you can see all the request and all the response, right? Whatever the variable that you want to debug, you can watch it and you can debug your application, right? So let me just run it here in the same way that we are debugging. And now if I just go for the contact route, see here, as soon as I clicked on contact, it should goes to the contact. See, now my debugger reached out to the contact, and here I can see all my request response and other variables as well. Okay, now suppose that if you want to changes in any file inside our Docker. So how we can do that? So if you see here inside our Docker, and here we have inside our compose, here we have our node app application, and inside that we have our file. Let me make it a bit bigger. And inside this file we have, let me minimize everything here, right? Okay, so now if you see here, this is my node app, and node app we have our user, and inside user we have source, and source after that we have app, right? And inside app we have source. This is our application folder, everything that we have given inside our source app, and here we have our server.js file, right? So now if you, now let me make it open. So once you open our server.js file, you would be able to update your code here. So now here I'll make it as a updated, right? I'll save it. As soon as you save it, you will find here your nodemon is going to restart your server. See, now my server got restarted because I have done the changes. So once server got restarted, I would be able to see my server.js file here. Now see here, this got updated, and now we can debug our application. So now let me just run it once again, contact, and you can see our debugger is attached to the code from the Docker container. Right now you would be able to understand that what all the things that we have to configure in order to debug our container inside our Visual Studio Code. So might be there could be the some several other steps also in order to debug our container, but this is the most convenient way that I know and I thought to share with all of you. So that's come to the end of this video, and friends, I have already pushed this code to my GitHub. So if you want to take the reference, you can take it from the GitHub repository. Link is given below in the description. And friend, at the end of this video, there is a humble request to all of you. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you'll get the notification of all of my upcoming videos. And please do like, comment, and share to the people who really need it, right? Because your each and every subscriptions, shares, comments gives me a lot of moral confidence to make the quality videos for you. In our next video, I'm going to explain you how we can mount volume inside Docker, right? So that's all for the day. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care and keep learning.